Hey YouTube, this is Coach Collins from Elevates Coaching, and I wanted to work through this week with a sort of theme. The theme being, how can I do better? And what I mean by that is, how can I improve my performance to achieve the certain tasks at hand? So there's been a theme this weekend, and there's this running gag that we've had, my brother and I, about low ceilings. And it turns out that there is some fairly well-known research on the concept of low ceilings, high ceilings in terms of your performance. And this is called the cathedral effect. So in terms of getting things done, there's the idea that if you're in a place with low ceilings, you're a little bit more confined, you're able to focus on tasks a little bit better. Now, the opposite of that is also true, or seemingly true. When you're in a greater space, or a space with high ceilings, let's call it, like a cathedral, you're more able to come up with creative ideas and do more creative exploration. Now, the concept behind this is about how you process. It's about visual spatial processing. So when you're in a more confined environment, you're able to focus more on those really specific tasks. If there's certain pieces of code you have to write, if you're trying to count cards, if you're doing something that requires your attention to be focused on one place, having a more confining environment is going to help you to perform better at that task. Now, if you need to come up with some big picture thinking, you want to be in more of an environment that's conducive to that. So think higher ceilings, more whiter lights. Those things are more conducive to creativity. And it's going to help you process those big picture creative things a little bit easier in those spaces. Now, when we're trying to focus on a certain task, it's interesting because think about your exams in college, university, high school. A lot of places that host exams in those big spaces find that students' performance is worse on the exams due to the bigger space environment. Not just that, but acoustics are crappier. There's a lot more distraction that takes away from the focus of your exams. So if you're able to write your exams and do things in those tighter quarters, you'll find that your performance should be able to increase because you're able to focus on the task at hand better. So if you're feeling that you're not able to get a certain type of work done, depending on what your goals are for the day, for the week, maybe to think about the bigger picture, you need to get out and go for a walk. Maybe if you need to lock down and get those tasks done, strap into a smaller environment. Focus, head down. You can also wear a hoodie or something that really just puts the blinders on, so to say. And so my challenge to you this week is if you're feeling stuck on a particular task, challenge for the day, particular task, think about the environment that you're in and if it's conducive to the type of work you're trying to accomplish. That is my thought for the day. I hope you guys are off to a stellar start to your week, and I'm excited to share more on optimizing your performance this week. Love you lots. Catch you soon. Bye now.